Hello, my name is Justin, and this is Merc at Arms. Please stay tuned until the end for a special announcement. Reloads? Where we're going, we don't need reloads. Developed by General Electric for its use in Vietnam, Dillon Aero's design of the M134 minigun was the US military's response to not having enough firepower for their attack vehicles in the dense jungle. Still in use today, the minigun can be seen on helicopters, jet fighters, and in this case, the hands of one enormous Russian. While at first the term minigun might seem ironic, the iconic name exists for a reason. Mini comes from the fact it's quite a bit smaller than some similar models, such as General Electric's earlier M61 Vulcan. As for gun, it's due to its use of rifle rounds rather than autocannon shells. Now, let's look at the stats of this revolutionary weapon. Sasha is a bit of a unique weapon in TF2, as she fires 4 bullets per shot at a rate of 10 shots per second, with each bullet dealing what at first seems like a pitiful 9 damage until you remember just how rapidly it fires. It takes 0.87 seconds of revving by holding either mouse button before you can start firing. Additionally, for the first second of being revved, you have a 50% accuracy penalty, which is linearly decreased. This can be circumvented, however, by holding right-click for the first second of being fully revved and not firing with the left mouse button until that full time has passed. At that point, the effect is completely absent and you can fire at full power. With an internal ammo feed, there's no need to worry about reloading. With an ammo count of 200, you can fire continuously for almost 20 seconds, allowing you to fully saturate an area, or hold off anything short of a coordinated team push if positioned correctly. When paired with a payload cart or dispenser, there's no need to stop firing except for when repositioning. Minigun is a nearly unrivaled mid to close range damage hose designed to rip through light to mid health classes. Aside from a Kritzkrieg soldier or pyro, nothing can clear out a room faster than a revved up heavy with good tracking. After all, with a DPS of 50 to 540, that's enough to potentially kill a scout or even an overhealed heavy in less than a single second. The main ways to play heavy are to continuously be a comrade to your medic, throwing sandwiches and using speed-boosted weapons to get to the front as soon as possible. The other strategy is to go for maximum independence and survivability. Given the rarity of medics in casual, and the fact that medic is usually more effective while pocketing other classes anyway, we're going to go with the latter option. The loadout I suggest is the minigun, Dolokos bar, and Fists of Steel. With a recharge rate of 10 seconds, you can nearly constantly top off your own health or heal teammates, while having enough health to survive 2 quickscope headshots from the sniper, or even a mostly charged headshot. Additionally, if you do happen to have a medic, an extra 50 HP before starting overheal will slightly improve their uber rate, and will help compensate for the quick fix and Fist of Steel overheal debuffs. The Fists of Steel give heavy unrivaled survivability. They have standard melee weapon damage and swing speed, but some powerful buffs and noteworthy debuffs. With the fists deployed, you gain a 40% resistance to all damage sources except melee, which you take double damage from. You also heal 40% slower, your overheal is reduced by 40%, and it deploys 100% slower than normal melee weapons. It's a pretty steep bargain, but if you know that you're outmatched, the 40% resistance combined with your extra 50 HP effectively gives you 70 extra health, which is almost a third of your base health. Just make sure not to pull it out around demo nights or fish scouts. I've on more than one occasion charged into the intel room with 350 HP and my fists out, tanked the sentry's damage, and survived with single digits of health. While that's not an ideal situation, it's amazing to have that option on hand. As a heavy, your job is to be front and center, either barreling in to break through the enemy's defenses or holding the line like an iron curtain when all hope seems lost. While this does apply to all classes, it's especially useful for heavy to stand near dispensers and payload carts, as you can fire infinitely, and, while your heal rate is reduced by the Fist of Steel, every hit point counts when you're facing down an enemy team. While moving to the front line, aside from your medic, you have top priority on teleporters. That said, a general reminder is a lot more effective than yelling at the new scout who doesn't know any better. Also, if the teleporter is only a level 1 or level 2, it's almost always a good idea to quickly swap to engineer, upgrade the teleporter, then swap back to heavy. It takes maybe 10 seconds, but saves every single teammate after you 2 to 8 seconds each. The minigun. Loads of fun, gets the job done, and sends your enemies on the run. Tune in next time when we'll be going over the rocket launcher. It'll be a blast. And until next time, hit shots, play smart, and try not to die. This could be a bit premature, but I personally think that this channel has a lot of potential, and so I've decided to start a Patreon. I'm still adjusting the tiers, and I'm open to feedback on how to improve it. I've got a full video explaining my views further, but I thought at least one video in the main series should mention it. Thank you for your support, whether it's a single view, or $10 on Patreon, or sharing it, whatever you do. I don't do this for the money, but it really does help, and it's appreciated. So, thanks, and remember, hit shots, play smart, and try not to die.